Like if Conor's calling for your job, just be scared.
Just know it could happen.
It's gonna happen.
Seriously, I mean, like I don't know, man.
So Josh McDaniels, Staley,
Oh,
Getsy, Arthur Smith, Matt Canada.
yeah,
Yeah, throw him in there.
yeah.
That
Holy
definitely
cow, I'm on a
counts.
roll.
The 5 guys gone due to Conor.
Yeah, most of them.
I don't know if
The
there's
only
more.
one I don't think I said would, well, at least consistently, would have been Tennessee's. I would call for Vrabel's firing.
We didn't.
But
ask
that's because
for it,
you're
but we-
smart. You don't want. You didn't want Vrabel fired.
Yeah,
I would have
Ron
said replace the
Rivera,
OC.
Bill Belichick. We didn't call for it. It kind of was accepted.
So
Yeah, I mean,
Brian
fine.
Callahan got that job, right? Like that's a
Yeah.
done
Brian
deal.
Callahan is coaching in Tennessee, Nashville.
So the only open jobs right now: Commanders, Atlanta, Seahawks, Chargers, and who's the one left? There's one more. There's 5.
Is the
Oh,
Raiders
my
technically open, or did Pierce actually get officially?
He
named?
has
Vegas is
Patriots.
closed. They. Speaking of
All right.
which, they interviewed Luke Getsy for their offensive coordinator yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
Ruh-roh. Man, what was the other one? I say Commander. Yeah, I say Commanders. Oh, Panthers, of course. Of course, the Panthers.
Dude, I love that Ejiro Evero was the defensive coordinator for the Panthers, unanimously the worst team in the league, and he's getting head coaching interviews. Like
His defense was all right, though. His
I know,
defense
I'm just
was
saying,
good.
like how good do you have to be at your job that you're in a building that's on fire, and they're like, "Hey, this guy knows what he's doing."
His
Do you-
defense was nice. His
Do you
defense,
guys-
like,
Could you imagine working for Enron as like a vice president and then being like, "Dude, I could be CEO for you," or getting CEO calls after that?
well, you know, to be
Well-
fair, there was a significant amount of Lehman Brother people at J.P. Morgan when they bought.
Oh, that's true.
So I had to work with some of them. So I mean, they were high ups. Some of them were high ups too. Some of them seemed all right, but like, I mean, it's hard to shake that.
that little reputation of, sending the economy into the crapper.
Well, you know, potato, tomato.
Can't put that on them.
Yeah. Are we recording? Yeah, we
Oh,
are.
I did hit record now, so
Yeah,
you know.
we are.
What was I
Put
gonna
it on the
say?
soft open. I
Whatever.
hit record right when I started hyping you up as, the Grim Reaper of NFL people.
So there's a worry too that with Brian Callahan getting hired in Tennessee, we're gonna lose Bill Callahan too at
Good news.
line coach.
No, I saw that we're very, very likely keeping him, mainly because he's way too expensive, because we've continued to overpay him, and every time he was going to walk, we just
You
threw
think he's
more money at him.
overpaid?
No,
In what
he's
world have
overpaid
the Browns
compared to other
become the
people.
Yankees, though, where they just overpaying people? Like, Deshaun
They
Watson.
hired a questionable person
Well-
for their main role in their play, aka the quarterback.
So I
That's
don't
when it happened.
I don't know how true this is, but a buddy that like follows the Browns thoroughly told me that before the season we got Watson. And the reason everybody got mad at the Browns when they gave Watson all that guaranteed money is because Haslem pays people guaranteed money because he has that money to actually give the people because he's a billionaire. And that's why owners of teams got mad because they don't have that kind of cap to do that.
So they have the money. They're all billionaires. The
Yeah,
problem
hold
is,
on a minute. Time out.
Yeah.
the problem is though, Anthony, you have to have the money in cash because when you guarantee it, you have to have it set aside in
Right.
escrow
And
at
he-
signing. At
he-
offer, not just signing.
And what I heard is he actually does, he gives them the money up front.
So the opposite of Las Vegas, who was too cash poor to,
Yep.
to fire
Who was like-
McDaniels last year.
Yeah, they wanted McDaniels gone and they couldn't. They're like, oh crap, we got another year of this.
But I heard at the owners meeting that year, everyone was like, screw you, Haslam. And he's like, screw you to all 31 other owners.
He's like, hey man, I own the Columbus Crew. We just won the MLS Cup. That's worth $10 million. Total. From all the ticket sales all year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
I don't think coaches are actually mad at Cleveland for anything besides the
Not
guaranteed
coaches,
money.
owners.
Or I'm sorry, owners. Yeah, owners are only
yeah.
mad because of the guaranteed money.
You can't manipulate guaranteed money the way you can signing bonuses and restructuring. Guaranteed money is guaranteed.
I want to ask, when we did our predictions for the playoffs, did anybody take the Chiefs
I had the Chiefs.
at plus
Did you?
490? Did you
Yeah,
put
but
actually?
Phil had the Chiefs as like the long shot.
Did
No,
you
I,
put-
I had the Chiefs as the lock and the
Did
Browns
you
as the long
put
shot. It's all written down
currents?
right here.
Did you put
It's all written down
Actual-
right here.
fake betting currency on them
I
win it?
did not invest in them actually.
with fake?
I only invest in NBA alt props, okay? But here you go, Ken. Written down when we did it.
Oh,
It's all
nice.
right there.
Guys,
So
Dallas.
All right.
do you think Jerry Jones could learn anything from the Milwaukee Bucks owner about firing a head coach that has a really good record?
Dude, McCarthy. I can't believe he's not fired. I just can't believe it.
Well,
Like
Nick
Milwaukee
Sirianni
Bucks,
should be fired.
yeah, like the Eagles, for instance, is another team that had Nick Sirianni's only been there 2 years now. And
Yeah.
Milwaukee Bucks have had this head coach for half a season. He's the second. They're the second best record in the East, but he's like analytics. We're the 22nd ranked defense. Get rid of him. He's.
I saw a bunch of people that were like, he wanted to cut Thanasis and then they were like, yep, nope, we got to keep him because we got to keep Giannis happy. So
Yeah.
we're not cutting Thanasis. I don't watch like an NBA like at all.
I
And
don't
I've
pay
seen
attention either.
Thanasis's lowlights, and they are hilarious. How that guy
So
is not at your local YMCA is beyond me. There are
Because-
10 Thanasises at your local Y right now in Cleveland, guaranteed.
the big thing though is
So it's
nobody
actually a very
cares.
Greek and Polak culture. So yes, there are probably some Thanasis playing.
But Phil, I'm sure can attest to this in NBA basketballs. It does not matter who the 13th man on your bench is. It absolutely doesn't. In playoffs,
Do you remember when
have
the
an
Heat
8-man,
drafted
maybe
Shabazz
7-man
Napier?
rotation.
You got to
The
have a
Heat
good
drafted
cheerleader.
Shabazz
I'm just
Napier
telling
to
you,
make
that,
LeBron
fine, that's
happy.
fine. Like throughout the year, but if that dude gets serious minutes in the playoffs, gotta go.
Speaking
Whatever that
about,
coach is, gotta go.
Half of the team on these good teams are not going to be there for the playoffs. And even if they are, they're
Dude.
not seeing the court unless they're up or
Hold on.
down 30.
13th man of the year definitely doesn't go to Tristan Thompson this year.
Oh, that's so bad.
Hey man, he
just got
was
suspended.
he needed
You know
it
what?
to average his 3 and 3.
All right. Here's another thing. He gets caught with steroids. When are they going to get LeBron?
You want to know why? Time out. You want to know
He
why?
makes the league too much money.
He's
But-
trying. He said, "Listen, Chloe's out here getting plastic surgery, changing her entire like demeanor, the way she looks, the way she smells, the whole nine. And I can't do that unless I get the juice that cuts me down. Okay? How can I compete with that? Even though I'm cheating on her constantly, it doesn't matter.
What about a
But
fecal
still.
transplant?
We are
Well,
talking
yeah,
way
you know.
too much about the Kardashians.
I was
Dude.
about to say, how do you change a smell?
Listen, man.
That's a
fine.
spray. It's just a spray, guys. Calm
My
down.
wife's from
No.
Los Angeles, okay? We hear things. We know people.
You don't just watch
Do
the
you-
show
do you
where they
really?
display everything.
I'm 99% sure my wife watched it like one season and then was like, "Wow, I hate this," and then never again.
All right,
I
last
walked in on
Still
Sarah
talking
watching
way
that
too
show, and you would have thought she was cheating on me. She like turned it off and ran
Oh, yeah.
to another room.
Every time it like ever crosses, I'm like, "Hey, here's your show." Every time we're channel surfing,
last
Hey,
thing
should I
about the
stop here?
Kardashians.
I just be like, "Hey, should I stop here? It's a new season." How
Next-
long ago did you watch it? Yeah, but you did watch it though. But you did. You watched it at one point. Hey, welcome everybody in. This is We Called It. I got Dr.
15
Ken call,
minutes
Phil call,
later.
my dude Anthony call. Anthony, that's not your last
Sardelli.
name, is it?
No, Sardelli call. It's the Sardelli
Yeah.
call.
Hey, we're all related. We're all bros. Hey, listen, sign up. Just want you guys to know we do have the rookie card giveaway. Can't remember
Still,
who it
we
is.
might actually do
Oh, there it
JJ
is.
Watt.
JJ Watt rookie card giveaway. Sign up, like, subscribe. We'll hit you with some good content. We got a whole bunch of good stuff for you today. I just want you guys to know we have been hitting hard in the playoffs. I think we're about 500 altogether, but we're not losing money. We're not losing money, but we're just not making any. This isn't a betting show, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, but
I just want to say Tony Gwynn's in the Hall of Fame, and he doesn't hit as well as we do.
You're forgetting to do the air quotes when you say money. You got to do the air quotes.
Not a betting show. This is more like barbershop. So here we are. Barbershop talk. Very, very, very good. Gents, how are we?
I am
fantastic.
Hey, Conor, that was 10 out of 10. I could really feel the fact that you got pissed off and screwed over in some kind of golf covering trade.
Listen, we are a potpourri. This is a barbershop. We talk about everything under the sun. We've hit the Kardashians. We've hit Thanasis and Antetokounmpo. We've hit 30-13 Milwaukee Bucks firing their head coach. We've got NBA. We're ready for the NHL. I even made an MLS reference. We got, listen, what are we missing right now? Baseball? Listen,
Sharks.
You said the Yankees, actually, so we're all
I did say the word Yankees. Yeah, you're right.
We're covering everything here today, ladies and gents.
Actually,
so that's all we need. But however, we are going to actually talk about the non-betting lines and score and totals this week, like we normally do. You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but we are all on the year making money. It doesn't matter though, because this isn't a betting show. But I think we're all
no.
54%.
If you listen to us, you're making money. We don't.
If you
make
listen
money.
to us, you are, but like not a betting show. So we're all over 54%. Yeah. So I just want everybody to know that. I mean, we're not keeping score, but we are keeping score because we want you to make money. But Phil wants to make sure that disclaimers. Nobody is.
It's like that. DraftKings is always advertising, and they put in that 15-minute, like, "Hey, we are not encouraging you to bet or anything." Just got to emphasize that.
Yeah, we're not. But we're like saying
check
we're making
these out.
But we're making suggestions just in case you do end up making money.
Yeah, if just in case you were to go out there to a sports book and decide, oh, I'm gonna, put money down. We're just helping you out. We're giving you some.
Fun fact, everyone, if you would like to move to Ohio, Kroger, based in Cincinnati, has just announced betting kiosks in their physical location stores in Cincinnati. So, come one, come all, come live in Ohio.
Dude, my friend Zach told me that's the worst idea ever, and I'm actually like, it doesn't matter. There's already lottery scratcher machines and lottery ticket machines. I feel like
I'm going to the store. Yeah, third time today. I don't know. What else do you need? I bought you milk earlier, cheese, anything else? Oh, ice cream?
The
Done.
Trent Lions 10-game parlay ticket.
It sounds like guys that got banned from using their phones to online gamble on their laptops. Yeah, honey, you said you needed milk, right? I will be right back.
Items were good.
All right, guys, real quick. So that thing I sent you from this other group chat, I'm with a bunch of dumb people. This dude sends this thing. He's so pumped. He's like, look at this. I hit 6 out of 6 on this parlay, and they're all minus 500. They're like, oh, awesome. They're like, awesome. How much did you win? It's like, hey, good job. Yeah. And he goes, oh, nothing yet. That's the first half. There are 11 on the next game. That is, I'm not kidding, a 16-leg parlay. And he's like, look, that's all I have to do. And he's like, and then it's like, congrats, 3 of those didn't hit. You're an idiot.
So in other words, he did what I used to do when I was messing around with Phil. When I was like, hey, Phil, this is the all-time, all of these things should happen in the game bet. And then it's 10 different ones. And of course,
hit 8.
Naturally, yeah. It ends up being plus 500 odds. You have 15 legs and you're like, wow, that's good. Those all should happen. And then it's 15 of them. And you're like, yeah, Vegas loves me.
Dude, so my brother Steve got me on college football parlays, but it's money line for people that are 3 scores or more to win. And so there was one this year and I hit 13, 14 legs. It was going to be a plus 400 payout. The only one I missed was Miami University against Colorado.
Oh, I thought you were going to...
Oh, no. Was it not? Okay,
Georgia
Tech.
Georgia Tech. Yeah, I already know. It was Georgia Tech. You said Miami.
I wake up, I go, oh darn, you know what? I missed one of the legs. And then I start seeing news like, hey, they lost to a Hail Mary. I go, that sucks. They lost to a Hail Mary. And then I see, no, they fumbled it. They gave up a Hail Mary.
And then
could
you're
have
like,
kneed out, could have took a knee. Instead, they ran it and fumbled it. We've covered all major sports. We're starting to work into the Kardashians. We're starting to work into medical advice. We're all over the place here.
Do you know what we haven't covered?
Show.
You know what we haven't covered?
Mobile?
The Ravens versus the Chiefs.
Wait,
like I said,
what's that?
listen. Here's the deal. We're not a betting show, so we're gonna just sprinkle it in. All right.
We talk analysis, and then we give and then we give picks to support that we know what we're talking about because we do better than 50%. Therefore, that's the whole logic.
Yeah. So if you are going to if you are going to make picks, here's where we're going.
We prove that our picks work. Is the whole thing.
More than 50% of the time, you make money more times than you lose. So here's the deal. Listen, I'll kick us off as I've been kicking us off all night. So here's the deal. Lamar is pretty good at football. I don't know if you guys know that. He's Tony. Don't be that guy. Don't be that. I'm just spitting facts here. Very, 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 very.
Are you saying the 2-time MVP of the league is pretty good at football?
Well, a lot of people were like,
Alleged
"Hey,
2-time.
man, Arthur Smith could have had him this offseason." Oh, Arthur Smith said Desmond Ridder is good, so that means Desmond Ridder by default, de facto, presto changeo is better than Lamar Jackson. That's all I'm saying. Seahawks offensive coordinator Art Smith, future Seahawks offensive.
They didn't have the weapons down there at Atlanta that Lamar had.
Anyways,
well, this goes back to the whole Anthony, putting aside $250 million in a bank account, waiting for someone to come join your team, and that can. That could have been matched. So, yeah, it's kind of
Arthur
more
Blank.
of $250 million.
Anyhow,
Listen.
Lamar Jackson's good.
Hey, just go say, hey, Art Blank, if you need to, my daddy's got a line of credit. I don't know if you know that. He's the FedEx CEO. He's worth $1 billion. I think we'll be okay. If you need to borrow some money, daddy's got me. Anyways, that was Seahawks offensive coordinator Art Smith, future Seahawks offensive coordinator Art Smith. Listen, here's the deal. I am not convinced at all. I am not convinced that they are going to be able to keep Lamar in the pocket. I mean, just Josh Allen was the exact same thing, except slower, and they couldn't keep him in the pocket. He looked like Superman. Lamar is arguably, depending on what stats you're looking at, better in some areas, worse than others, and I would say he doesn't have Stephon Diggs dropping 70-yard dime pieces right in the end of the game.
Trent Sherfield bouncing the ball off the ground.
Hey. I don't even know. Forgot Trent Sherfield even played for that team. Who cares? Khalil Shakir, Gabe No Knees Davis disappears every other game.
Shakir, man. That dude's a beast.
I
do like Khalil Shakir though. I do like.
He is nice. So I gotta ask, did they announce yet if Mark Andrews is healthy? I saw that he might play, but is he guaranteed?
He was questionable
yet?
last week. I don't think they've announced this week. They were shooting for this time. They brought him off injured reserve, so he could play this week.
That's an X factor. That is a total X factor.
Healthy is totally different.
Now
Right.
I would say
True.
-2.5 would be a total smash. -3 is good. I'm still taking it. I'd probably take this up to 4, maybe 3.5.
I mean, shit. Look at Laporta. Is he fully healthy? The dude's got a bionic knee. And that dude's still.
But he had 10 catches for 70 yards because he's the man. That's why.
He did drop a touchdown pass, but
they still won. So that's. I mean,
Dude,
listen,
9 out of 10. It's fine. It's real.
On
good.
top of that, so I have Baltimore covering and the over. Why? T Swift, baby. She's going to be there. She is going to be there.
he's got to be there.
Phil, last week, you actually were like, hey, man, your rationalization is not very good this week. I said, listen, I'm doing things with my heart. All right? That's how I'm betting. I started off great, 6-3. Then I went 3-3. My heart's going to take us home this week. I don't know if you know that. Phil, listen, you're being real quiet over there because you're about to give some analytical answer.
I'm letting
That's
you
not
know.
what we need here. We need facts, and I'm giving you facts.
So
Dude.
last week, after I heard I was like waiting for game time with the Bills-Chiefs game. After I heard no one fell into the pit in Buffalo, I hammered the Chiefs money line. And boy, was I right. Well, this week we heard T Swift is going to make an appearance at that Baltimore Stadium. I'm hammering the money line. She means everything to this team. I expect Rashee Rice to have another big game, but I want to just I want to talk about how crazy the Chiefs are. So, Conor, I know you're a big Lamar guy right now. You taking Mahomes with the brand new team, or are you taking Lamar Jackson
with a brand new team?
Yeah, who's your franchise quarterback?
Oh, Mahomes.
I'm taking Mahomes. Taking Mahomes, but that's the reason I'm taking the Chiefs. You can't bet against Mahomes. We've seen it all playoffs. I think Baltimore's really, really good. Everybody thinks it's their year. I got the Chiefs, and this defense that the Chiefs have, I think they kind of let Josh Allen run the ball. I think they're going to watch what Lamar Jackson does, force him to throw the ball. He's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna throw a couple picks. They're gonna rush him. That Chiefs defense though is super young. I hate it as like a Browns fan for the AFC. They're gonna be good for years to come. With Spags back there, I don't know if he's gonna stay there forever.
It's okay. But... Crisis averted. We thought we were all gonna be Baltimore -3. Tony the dummy over here is going
Chiefs money line.
Chiefs money line. So he's going fine, but that means obviously he's going Chiefs +3. So it's okay. We're good. Everybody else, Ken, Phil, let him have it. It's okay. We do need one guy that needs to be the anti-whatever. We got it.
I got you. I'm with Anthony +3 with the Chiefs, man.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Because right here, I want, as a Browns fan, I really want to see the Baltimore Ravens lose. But really, I did not believe in this Chiefs offense beginning of the playoffs. They punted one time last game. They fumbled into the end zone with that awful rule that now, because the Chiefs did it, they'll look at and they'll probably change. The offense was moving. Kelsey doing great. His girlfriend might be there. I don't care.
Will be there.
Don't care. The big thing is Mahomes was cooking. Rashee Rice didn't even have that great of a game, but yes, I am scared of this Baltimore defense. The Chiefs' running defense has been awful. Everyone's worried that the Ravens are just going to run right through them, but I don't know. I'm not betting against Mahomes. I do think that if I was going money line, I would go with the Ravens, but I think that Mahomes in the conference championship can keep it within 3.
All right, so Phil, clearly this guy saw MVS catch 2 passes last week and was like, man, let's forget about everything the rest of the year. I think that guy is the next Randy Moss, and clearly picked the Chiefs.
He never said that. I did not hear that come out of his mouth.
I was hoping
Phil,
no, you mentioned the fumble. Phil, you did mention the fumble, but...
Listen, Phil, we need to set them straight. We're clearly taking Baltimore here.
Hold on.
I'd rather you bring up the Kardashians 10 more times than talk about MVS anymore.
Phil's a huge average yards per reception per carry guy. Dude, MVS, 30 yards per catch. He's nuts, dude.
Buddy, there's another part of that formula. Listen, I can get 120 yards on the whole year and have 4 catches, and then I'm like, wow, that's 30 yards per catch. That's
crazy.
Awesome.
Just throw me the ball.
Phil, come on.
First of all, Anthony, the correct measure is yards per target. The good news is I have some NBA bets going right now, so I've been able to keep my calm at some of the stupid stuff I've been hearing. But, dude, the Ravens, they actually have good defenders and are well coached defensively. I don't know if you know this, but their D coordinator was ripping apart your Ohio State Buckeyes before he went on to the Ravens.
Are you kidding me right now? That's where you go. I give you a forum, and you're like, hey,
I'm picking on Ken and Anthony. I'm sorry that you had some of the
collateral damage. Yeah,
collateral damage. Anyways, he's going to come out and he's going to know how to play against an air raid, fast style offense and, set up something that the Bills clearly didn't, which had people running down the field wide open left and right. And also, the Bills had like 6 of their starting up front defenders missing. The Ravens are completely healthy and have one of the best run defenses. They're going to have no problem. Well, they're going to have a problem tackling Isaiah Pacheco, but not nearly as hard as the Bills have. Offensively, I actually think the Ravens have a better receiving core than the Bills do. And clearly the Bills, just if they catch passes, they win the game against the Chiefs. It's not complicated. All they had to do, Stephon Diggs, we said Trent Sherfield. There was one earlier in the game. It was humiliating for, they didn't help Allen at all. And everyone goes, dude, they ran the ball on the Chiefs. No, they didn't. James Cook had 15 carries for 35 yards. It was all Josh Allen carrying this team. And I think, one, Lamar can carry the team better because he is way more athletic. And 2, his receivers will actually catch those deep passes. This is Ravens all the way. This is going to be one of the games I do that crazy alt bet on, and I am going to have the Ravens winning by double digits. I love what it's only because of the odds.
Okay, yeah.
But we're not a betting
totally
podcast.
illogical.
No, don't put actual money
It's
on
totally
that.
illogical otherwise.
No, stop that. I won a game of Monopoly, so I'm feeling good right now. I got something to spend. Actually, I have this Charizard card, slightly laced potentially with illegal substances.
Yeah, same here. I got undies back there. Yeah.
With what illegal substances?
little bag of Coke. Anyways, yeah, no, dude, I am, and also the Ravens have, if it comes down to it, the best kicker in the NFL. So Justin Tucker all the way. It's going to hit a 60-yarder if I need it to happen.
To win by 2. Yes.
All right.
No. Sorry, to be clear, to win by 13. The walk-off 60-yard field goal to win by 13. Haven't you heard of it, Ken?
To cover the alt spread.
So, Conor, take us to our next game.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait, did we do over and unders? Did anyone else do over and unders?
Nobody's betting
I said
over.
that's why I'm taking the over here. I think that's 46. I think this is way better offenses, but I personally think 46.5 is a little bit light. I think they should. I was shocked last week that they had, I think it was the Lions and Tampa was over 50.5 and it hit. And so I'm taking this. And this is not because Kansas City is going to not be able to be stopped. I think this is more better chance that the Ravens put up 30 and then they hold Kansas City to 17. So I'm actually more leaning towards Phil on this, but it may be a little bit better than maybe a little bit more even, but I still think 46.5 is pretty light.
I was about to say, I don't know if it was subliminal messaging, but me saying 13 points, then you said 30-17, it all worked out real well, because that's what I was thinking in my head, too.
My brain doesn't think that fast, because I'm a big, dumb finance dude, but, Ken probably picked up on that.
Don't be ridiculous. Ken cannot do math to save his life.
No, anytime I have real math, I actually call Phil. That's not even a joke.
The Fighting Brock Purdy's and Kyle Shanahan's versus the maybe new Commanders head coach Ben Johnson and his Jared Goff, Dan Campbell's versus the Fighting Brock Purdy's -7 San Francisco +7 Detroit. Who do you have, Phil?
I absolutely love watching someone else do that. That's the first time I've ever seen someone do a game intro like that. And let me tell you, having to restart and then see the change in attitude, it's fantastic. I loved it. Anyways.
Whatever, dude. I just wing it. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm winging this.
What do you think I do? Do you think I have a page scripted on how to do all
Knowing
this?
you, yes, because we redo intros all the time. I don't care. It all sounds good to me.
It's because I look at your guys' faces and you're always dying laughing. I can't try to bring energy because you guys crack up.
Do you want me to do another take? Is that what you want me to do?
I just said you did a great job, and I enjoyed being on this side. All right?
Phil,
I gave you a compliment.
Connor just wants to do it again.
Phil usually
moving on.
Phil usually writes the script on Audrey's forehead, and especially if he has her for the night.
I was about to say, dude, it's a time bomb. I'm waiting. She's going to be up in the next 20 minutes. I'm going to have to run upstairs.
Phil.
San Fran.
Who are you
all the
taking?
way. San
Which
Fran.
is crazy.
What's
minus
the
But go
7.
ahead.
Just
Minus
listen. Listen. Jared Goff on the road, not in a dome. That's a problem. I've bet on it way too much this year to know that is not a problem. It's gonna be rough. And also, Detroit got the nice. They look bad against Tampa Bay. They had a cupcake round 2. All right. I don't think Tampa Bay's a good team, and I think they struggle. Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't do as well as I hoped. That hurt. And I just don't think against San Fran they're going to be able to bring it. Also, San Fran's at home. It's not going to be raining. Brock Purdy's not going to have any trouble feeding anyone. He also had a couple nice passes. Anyone that thought, Brock Purdy isn't the guy and watched that game and walked away saying the same thing, you're wrong, because all the complaints about him were met, right? All year, he was one of the best statistical quarterbacks and couldn't play through adversity. So then he played through adversity. What?
Oh, no.
Connor, I think
what
that
was
we
your
watched a
problem with
different
that
game
game?
than Phil.
Okay, so you guys...
3.5 quarters. 3.5 quarters. He was terrible.
So he's like a top 3 statistical quarterback all year. So regularly he can succeed. Everyone complained that he couldn't win when it was tough and pressurized. He beat the Packers, who were way better than I thought they were.
Hold on, time out. No, you cannot use the exact same argument that you just disqualified Tampa for. A red-hot team with an actually... I know you have a grudge against Baker.
Oh, stop.
But Tampa was red-hot the same exact way that Jordan Love is that hot.
Jordan
Don't
Love
compare
was
Jordan Love to Baker Mayfield.
Quarterback.
I'm talking about the team, you Cleveland haters, you Baker haters.
I love Baker.
I'm just saying.
I love Baker, but I'm a realist with Baker.
I wouldn't say Tampa was red hot.
I can be real. The Buccaneers beat the Eagles, who were a joke. The Packers beat your Super Bowl pick, the Dallas Cowboys, in humiliating fashion.
Clearly, I had a long day at work, and I picked the wrong ones. And Mike McCarthy, I must have had 6 or 7 Bud Heavies. Okay, just give me a break. Anyways, listen, I can't believe that you can sit here with sound, serious confidence and go, yeah, Brock Purdy is brilliant.
I didn't say brilliant. I said he met.
You're implying it, Philip.
I said he is outside my top 8 quarterbacks I would take, but he might be in that 9-10. He's ahead of Dak Prescott. That is all I know for sure.
We're watching different games,
dude.
We're watching different games.
All right,
because if Jordan Love and the Packers ended the game, I feel and that dude doesn't do a complete moronic throw back across his body, and Carlson hits a field goal, we're having a completely different conversation right now.
I disagree, because that's not what happened.
Ken, Tony, fellas, gentlemen, come on now.
I just want to counter out. I'm taking Detroit +7. I might even money line him. Who knows? But Jared Goff on the road.
Don't do that. I'm not saying go crazy.
I'm not endorsing real money line.
No one ever endorses real money. You don't have to say it. We've said it a million times.
Montgomery touchdown. I don't know. But anyways, Jared Goff
Why
went
are
to
you
college.
quoting that?
Went to college in the Bay. Played in the Bay. He played in L.A. for a little bit. St. Louis. He's played outside before. I do think he'll throw a pick in this game.
He has, in fact, played
no
outside.
one said the words.
Not
Jared
well.
Goff has played indoors.
No, you said he's bad, not in a dome on the road. He's playing on the road in San Fran. He's an LA boy, a little Bay boy. He'll be all right. I like the Lions in this one. And it's gonna be a close game. +7 is a very generous score. Shanahan blows the big moments. Detroit's offense will keep up in this game. And their defense has surprised me a little bit in the playoffs. They're not fantastic, but they've made a lot of big red zone stops. I think they'll shut down a couple touchdowns, force San Fran to kick a couple field goals and keep that game close. But I like my Lions, my go-to pick.
I would not suggest the money line, but I otherwise I'm with you.
All right, just real quick on this whole Jared Goff knows how to play football outside.
Oh, man. Ken, load him up here. Here we go.
Ready? 109 QB rating in a dome. 82 outside.
Phil, you hate QB rating.
That's
you
not
hate
that
it.
bad.
No,
And
I hate QBR.
Do Purdy in the rain.
And
Do
we're
Purdy in the rain.
forgetting-
Do Brock Purdy in the rain. Do that one.
Is it raining? Is it raining? Is it raining? It's
Do
not
Brock
going to
Purdy with
forecast
the split
clear.
without Debo.
It was
Do
raining
Brock
last
Purdy with
weekend
the
and
split
he
without
sucked,
Debo.
Forgetting about
man.
a huge key factor for this game too. I'm surprised the spread didn't move to the Lions' favor. Zach Ertz, man. We're forgetting about Zach Ertz.
Classic. Ken, line them up. Let's go.
All right. Connor clearly didn't look at the spreadsheet.
I know the spreadsheet. Okay,
I have San
but
Fran minus 7 here.
I'm thinking that I'm convincing you as we're going that you're going
Oh.
to change your pick and be intelligent.
So I will tell you I would never bet money because we've never do that. But if I were,
Just reckless.
I saw the best stat I've seen. So Debo Samuel this year, when he plays a full game, San Fran has won by 10 every single game except for one where they played Sean McVay and he kicked a field goal at the end so they only won by 7. It would have been 10. Anytime that he's not or he doesn't complete the game, they are or didn't play. I think they were 1-4 and 0-5 against the spread.
So time out. You're gonna bet. I mean, you're not gonna bet because we're not a betting
No,
show.
of course not.
But if you were, you're gonna say it's a 50-50 chance that he finishes the game. And not only it's either going to be plus 10 or they're gonna lose the money line. It's 50-50. That's what you're saying, basically.
I'm saying
He didn't
that if
say
Debo
50-50.
Samuel,
He said those are the outcomes.
Yep.
Debo's made of glass. He's gonna get hurt, or he
I'm
already
saying
is
that
hurt.
if Debo plays, if before the game, if he's in, San Fran's winning by 10.
All right. So this is a little bit of a
7.5.
hedge.
They're
ladies
One
and
seven
gentlemen.
and a half.
This is a little bit of a hedge here. We're not a betting show, but we'll tell you what hedging is. We use it in finance too. So he's hedging his bets so that he can basically say, "Hey, 45 minutes before kickoff, I may change.
There's a
to
very
Detroit."
clear thing that I'm waiting for. I'm telling
Sounds
you
like
right
you
now,
have no conviction.
San Fran minus 7 because I guess it's not
You're
what my
a doctor.
FanDuel
If
says.
anyone should know
but-
this, it should be you.
Ken, yeah. I need you to perform another diagnosis on your balls. Do you have them? Just make a pick.
San Fran
Right
minus
now.
14.
Whoa!
Ken, I'm not gonna lie to you. I need you to turn your head to the left and give me 2 coughs.
Hey, that's not funny. Might pull back his hernia that he got when he was
Oh,
younger.
cool. Let's talk about my diagnoses. There's more. You want to hear it? Okay.
Hey, it's all right. You know, Christian Kirk, man, his exploded on like national television. His core muscle injury on Thursday Night Football. So
Dude,
At least he didn't spontaneously.
Hey, man, that's a
blood.
testicular torsion. Let's not talk about that. That's serious stuff.
it was. He missed the rest of the season with it.
Yeah.
Big
That's
problem. So,
Connor,
Phil,
You're the
now
only one
you've
that
had a
remains.
chance-
Tell
now
us
that
why
you-
Brock Purdy's garbage.
Now that you've had a chance to listen, tell us what you think. This is Tony, I think. Tony, you're the last one to go.
No,
No,
I
you
already
are.
said,
Yeah,
Detroit
dude,
plus
it's just
7,
you.
Wait,
money line.
it's me?
You're getting
Oh.
benched from this
Give
hosting
me the
thing,
over
man.
too. I don't care if the over is 80. Give me the over.
Hold on. Are you just doing that because like you're anti whatever? It's funny because we all have the under here, but that's more or less because like we actually have like reasons here. Like
Yeah.
you just are like, hey, whatever, man. Hey, but that works sometimes. I was 3-3 doing that last week. I'm probably gonna be 4-0 doing that this week. So
Dude,
here's the
the
deal.
under is really funny because you guys think Brock Purdy sucks and I think Jared Goff sucks.
I am shocked that you don't give Jordan Love and Anders Carlson. You gave them a pass for last week, and you were like, yeah. Otherwise, though, Brock Purdy's sweet. Brock Purdy got bailed out by a dude that shouldn't even be in the NFL kicking, and then Jordan Love making the literal mistake that he has not made for
Did
like
Patrick
20
Mahomes get
games.
bailed out by Stephon Diggs dropping the pass?
No, the defense did.
Ken, am I logical? Ken, I have logic. This
I
time
don't know
I'm
what
using
Phil's
logic.
talking about. I'm sorry, man.
I don't know. I just don't know why other players affect. Like, I mean, obviously they shouldn't affect your play unless they're literally facing against you. Like, Brock Purdy can't do anything about that kick. It happened. He responded and answered the question, and met the call.
Dude, that Packers
if he needed
kicker
a touchdown, he
missed
probably
so many kicks this year. Dude,
Yeah,
that's not.
He was like 70% in college. Somehow fell upwards into the Packers job, and then somehow sucked in and was like 70% or less this year too. Well, I don't know how that goes unnoticed.
Maybe he's related to Arthur Smith's dad. We'll never know.
The only thing that's going for him.
The Packers probably didn't have any like hopes to make the playoffs and be like a serious threat, so they probably weren't thinking like.
That's actually probably true.
Kicker, like a lot of teams, like I've seen with the Browns, over the last like 5 years, have just messed around with kickers.
Actually, I know what it was. They said, "Hey, Las Vegas, you guys got a Carlson? Wait, does he have a brother? We'll take him. Anders and Dan.
I don't know.
We'll take the other one."
That guy in Las Vegas is really good, though. His brother is.
You know who he's not? Justin Tucker.
But
going back to
Connor, correct me if I'm wrong. All the way. Connor, correct me if I'm wrong. But did Brock Purdy miss a lot of throws that he hit all year? It's just these like short intermediate.
Brock Purdy looked like trash until the last drive.
He did. But did he or did he not have pressure like the real games? Okay, up until now, and man, we're about. All right, all right. Here's the deal. Up until now, playoffs. I think I even mentioned this last week. This is not like there are no Panthers here anymore. You are going to get the best of the best defensive schemes, the best offensive schemes, the best coaching. Don't, Phil, sit down.
Go ahead.
I'm not done, Phil.
Go ahead. I'm just pulling up one thing.
So
that'll be ready.
The best of the best. If we're going to play against those guys, you have to be able to rise above. And I'll say that with confidence because Kyle Shanahan always is going to give you his best. He's always going to give you a quote-unquote coaching advantage. All you have to go do is execute. Oh my goodness, his hands are tiny. Well, okay, figure it out. There were loads of passes that for 3.5 quarters that he missed. And then you could even say Matt LaFleur called a damn good game. A damn good game. And Jordan Love made a bad mistake. Carlson missed. And voila. The last part of the game, Kyle Shanahan made the right calls and Brock Purdy finally executed. I am just saying, that does not always happen where you got to say, oh, I got bailed out by my coach or my defense or something bad happens. The buck is going to stop. Stafford did it for so long in Detroit. Couldn't get past it because he'd always throw a pick. Eventually, he had to change the scenery and he moved on. But Purdy doesn't have that. I don't see Purdy going up and above again. I just don't. Go, Phil. I'm done now.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just looking at some Brock Purdy's best games, and they were meaningless games. They, when he ripped apart the Cowboys and ripped apart the Eagles and ripped apart the Buccaneers.
Wait a minute.
Do you know what those teams all have in common? Yeah, I know, but they're all playoff
regular
teams.
Season. That's what they have in common. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So, who did he play last year? Was it before the when he beat the Cowboys in a high pressurized close
yeah, but Cowboys suck. I told you, man. I was
so all you're saying is anything he does doesn't make you happy.
I'm just saying Sam Darnold goes there and Sam Darnold looks serviceable.
All right, so let's play this real quick. What does he need to do when he beats the Lions to impress you?
I don't know if there is anything that he can... Seriously. All right. Time out. Time out. All right, no, bigger news. No.
Breaking news.
Stop.
CJ McCollum just got 30 points. That's very good for someone in this group.
Debo doesn't play and he wins, I'll eat my words. If Debo doesn't play...
That's it. He does not have to play well. He can throw 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. If he wins...
There you go, out of context. You understand what I'm saying.
No. The whole point is I want it to be crystal clear that when we come on next week, you can't pull a, well, no, that was, this exception.
I'm just saying, body of work, in the playoffs at the most critical times when things aren't on a platter for you.
Well, playing the Lions defense is on a platter.
He should have okay, but I'm saying he should have no problems going out and having a crazy
here we go.
good game.
So the only way he can impress you, it sounds like, is they win 40-32 shootout because
they
he's
have
going
to win because of Brock Purdy and his.
That's what I mean. So 40-32, like they're going back and forth. Purdy hits a great late drive. Something crazy, right? That would impress you.
Potentially.
Depends how many yards after catch did George Kittle have.
What was his
ADOT? When you have Ayuk, Kittle, and
he leads
Debo,
the league in
potentially
ADOT.
Debo,
Did you know that?
I do know that.
Yeah,
Ayuk does.
But there's so many weapons there. I'm sorry, this Lions defense has not been able to protect against a deep thrower, stretching down the field, and they got 3 really good guys on the other side.
Well, 2.5.
It's
I don't
fine.
know how healthy.
Me and Anthony, we're on the same page. Detroit +7. It's fine.
We gotta start putting.
Here's the thing too.
Start putting the stuff up against each other when we make picks like this that we're so both intense on.
Money.
It's called. Would you guys want a Charizard code? A Charizard card?
Or a little bag of Coke? No. So here's the thing. The last thing I'll say about this game. I really think the Lions being able to run the ball and kill a little bit of clock is going to be big. But their defense in the playoffs has done a lot better at bend, don't break. And I think that's going to be huge in this game. I think the ability to limit San Fran to field goals is going to be huge.
Okay.
You know who's going to be the determining factor in that? Broccolus Purdius.
All right, guys. Now, I'm pulling out a twist. We've been going way too long, and I'm sorry, but we need to do this. This is something I heard was real, and I didn't believe it until I just opened it up. These are going to be look-ahead Super Bowl lines. So, if you guys thought we were making crazy picks, yeah, this is a fun one though.
Give me the Falcons.
I didn't know that they even produced these a week before the game starts, but here you go. Someone over here was picking San Fran and the Ravens to win by double digits, so he's got to pick that game, and it's 100% San Fran. Another touchdown
Bobby
victory
Slowick
over.
Had a second interview with Atlanta and Ben Johnson with the Commanders. I like that.
I actually, those are great landing
spots.
What
are we doing
I'm
here?
going San Fran over Baltimore, following my picks.
Is that because you believe it in that leak, man? The whole Super Bowl logo thing, where it says it's the 49ers Ravens.
No, it's the reason that stuff gets leaked is because those teams are favored by a touchdown. It's not a leak. It's called facts.
What did you say as the money lines what you were picking here? What does that actually equate to on these lines? I don't remember. You said Detroit money line and somebody else money line.
No, I'm basically having the Lions,
Kansas City,
the Lions and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and I am hammering that Lions line if it's +3.5.
Dude,
not saying they're gonna win that though.
Since the wild card round, Anthony had one take on the show, and it was Lions Super Bowl.
Give me the Lions, baby. I mean, it's their year, and that sign's all messed up. You got to take the red from the Chiefs and the blue from the Lions. Everyone's got that Super Bowl logo all messed up. I think they got the purple, the shade wrong. It's supposed to be blue and red.
Ken,
I think it's Ravens.
Ken, do you have San Fran versus Baltimore?
Nah, I had San Fran versus Buffalo initially, but I just don't want to bet against Pat Mahomes. I know I should do San Fran Baltimore. Now I'm going San Fran Casey.
Who's winning? The whole reason we have this thing up.
Who's winning that? Well, based on my bet at the beginning of the year, I would say the 49ers, and I'm sticking with it.
Connor,
San
please
Fran,
tell me.
Baltimore +1.5. Done.
So the only one we don't take a opine on is Detroit versus Baltimore.
But Detroit's gonna cover. Detroit's gonna cover.
So that means they get to the Super Bowl.
Well, something like that.
Yeah,
close.
So there it is.
In our hearts.
I was telling my dad, I'm like, I really hope the Lions win it this year, because if they don't, they could have a real mess on their hands with the coordinator situation next year. Because then we're gonna see what Dan Campbell's really made of.
Dan Campbell is made of chunky beef stew. You know what?
And a ton of espresso.
I like Dan Campbell, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's at times the best X's and O's guy.
He's basically what they were hoping Jeff Saturday was for the Indianapolis Colts. Dead serious.
Right.
He had an interim. His only time was he had an interim head coaching job. Otherwise, he's never been, I don't think, an offensive or a defensive coordinator.
But those
might
post
want to
games,
check that one, but I think that's true.
Those post game speeches are just phenomenal, and if that team rides behind them, I just want to see them win it, man.
I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Kicking and Screaming, but Dan Campbell is Mike Ditka in that movie.
I mean, I've seen it, but it was like 15 years ago, Phil.
Well, I just want to
watch
let
it
you know,
again, man.
He literally gets Will Ferrell hooked on coffee and recruits new players to come play that are just way better than everyone else, and that's what Dan Campbell did. He got the job, brought in way better players, and so much energy that it just took Lions.
Man, there's
through the
so
roof.
much stuff that we didn't cover today that I wanted to cover.
Name one thing.
All the moving pieces. Like, I wanted to just talk about it, but you guys are over here just like
Conor,
talk about.
do you know what's special about next week? There's nothing to talk about besides whatever we want. It's the Pro Bowl and our food show.
Man,
I don't care about the Pro Bowl. The food's good, so we can talk about all this.
Wait, are we making food on the show?
No, but every time we talk about food and I post a clip of it, it blows up the week of the Super Bowl.
Maybe
like
we should
last
just
week,
become
recommending buffalo chicken dip went crazy. People loved my taquitos take. Hated my stuffed crust DiGiorno take, but I stand by that.
Let's talk food next week.
That's what I said we're going to do. Are you
okay,
kidding?
we're gonna have
we need to make a coordinators
and more head coaches figured out next week, which is just gonna make me just like I'm probably gonna be foaming at the mouth because I know where Arthur Smith's
gonna get a job, and I'm just gonna pop.
Here's the teaser for next week for the food episode. It's gonna be one of the segments. Everybody get their top 5 list of chain pizza places. What's your favorite from top to bottom? Because this has been a debate with people, and I want to see what you guys are made of.
Is this another thing that's like internal to your house?
Anthony, you got to shoot a message in the chat and let us know the 5 that we're doing, because chains are different, dude. Like, I got La Rosa's down here.
No, like chain pizza, or I shouldn't say like nationally chain pizzas. So
nationally
like
chain, okay.
Your Pizza Huts, your Little Caesars, your Papa John's.
I was going to say, La Rosa's
Domino's.
is a chain. It just, you never had it, like, north of Cincinnati.
Donato's, Marco's, there's some other
Pizza
ones.
Hut, Domino's.
Jets has gotten out there yet. I already
Jets
did those.
Is big. Okay, I got to go before my baby wakes up.
Gotta go to sleep.
See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.